I'll quote a standard formula back in the 18th century.
Another beautiful day at the Krusty Krab. Another day servicing the masses.
Ready! I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready.
Go, SpongeBob!
SpongeBob. They can't get enough. They want more. More of that secret formula.
I mean, the principle, as far as I can see, goes right back to the Enlightenment. You know, like if you go back to classical Enlightenment thought, I'm not talking about Adam Smith and Jefferson and those guys. The sort of core idea is that people have the right to control their own work.
Oh, that smells good.
Now we're getting to it.
Doesn't it, Mr. Krabs?
Aye. It do, Mr. Squidward. It do. Sponge me, boy. Maybe a bit more of that secret formula.
Is that good, Mr. Krabs? Is that how you like it?
Aye. That's how old Mr. Krabs wants it, but the salty dog wants even more. Can you feel that?
Oh, God. I can feel it, Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs is dipping his hand in the old honey jar, isn't he?
You can take as much as you want, Mr. Krabs.
In the mid-19th century, when the Industrial Revolution was beginning, working people described wage labor as equivalent to slavery. That's when Northern workers went to war in the Civil War. That was one of their slogans. Want to eliminate chattel slavery, literal slavery, and what they called wage slavery. No influence of Marx or European radicalism. This just came straight out of popular understanding, the popular understanding of free, independent people who felt their rights are being taken away by being forced into a system where they have to sell themselves to survive. What were called factory girls, young women taken from the farms and forced into the textile mills, had their own journals. It's a very rich literature. And one of the themes was that if you sell what you produce for a price, like you're an independent crafts person, you make something and you sell it, you're selling what you produced. If you work for a wage, you're selling yourself. You're losing your freedom. But the only thing that you're selling is yourself. You're losing your freedom, your dignity, your independence, your worth as a person. Well,
No, don't leave me out. I need you, SpongeBob.
Now we're getting to it.
Go on and get yourself a handful.
It's so
The secret formula. Oh my word.
Oh my God, it's so fucking
Because he's not a free human being.
good.
Flavor.
Take it.
I need more flavor.
Take it.
Let me get a piece
Take
of
all of
that.
the secret formula. Take all of the secret formula. Was that good for you? Did I satisfy you all?
Aye, you did, me boy. But you're all used up. Drained, me lad.
Our hunger is satiated for now, but will
way back.
I love my job at the Krusty Krab.
Patrick, she has lost it. She's completely institutionalized. She's forgotten what it's like to live on the outside, to not be in prison.
Coming to bed, honey?
Yes, dear.
I wouldn't change it for anything in the whole world. I make people happy. I fulfill their needs. Frankly, I don't think I could stop even if I wanted to. But who would want to stop when people love what you do this much?
Works on, if a person does beautiful work under external command, meaning for wages, we may admire what he does, but we despise what he is. Work that a person does under outside pressure is inhuman. If a person creates something beautiful under outside orders, we may admire what he does, but we will despise what he is. Even if the guys who run it are nice guys.
Sponge me, boy.
You can't be a nice guy in certain positions because the institution is not nice.
I guess so, Mr. Krabs.
SpongeBob?
I'm ready. Depression. I'm ready. Depression.
So what do we have inside each enterprise? A little king. An owner. A manager. A board of directors. A king and his court. Who run everything, who make all the key decisions. What to produce, how to produce, where to produce, and what to do with the profits everybody in the enterprise helps to produce. If it's too difficult for you to hear me out, then it's a sign that I'm getting to you.
Thanks. We're good. Please, keep going.
Please hear out Professor Wolf.
Music, as an art form, is essentially playful. We say you play the piano. You don't work the piano. Why? Music differs from, say, travel. When you travel, you are trying to get somewhere. I mean, with the modern jet travel, you can arrive almost instantaneously. What happens as a result of that is that the two ends of your journey become the same place. So you eliminate the distance, and you eliminate the journey. Because the fun of the journey is to travel, not to obliterate travel. So then, in music, though, one doesn't make the end of a composition the point of the composition. If that were so, the best conductors would be those who played fastest. And there would be composers who wrote only finales. People go to a concert just to hear one crashing chord, because that's the end. Same way in dancing. You don't aim at a particular spot in the room. That's where you should arrive. The whole point of the dancing is the dance. Look at the people who live to retire and put those savings away. And then when they're 65, they don't have any energy left, they're more or less impotent, and they go and rot in an old people's senior citizens community. Because we've simply cheated ourselves the whole way down the line. We thought of life by analogy with a journey, with a pilgrimage, which had a serious purpose at the end, and the thing was to get to that end, success or whatever it is, or maybe heaven after you're dead. But we missed the point the whole way along. It was a musical thing, and you were supposed to sing or to dance while the music was being played. But you had to do that thing. You didn't let it happen. If you see, on the other hand, that existence, this is, as I said, my basic metaphysical assumption, which I won't conceal from you, that existence is musical in nature. That is to say that it is not serious. It is the play of all kinds of patterns. and he lets it happen by itself. So with the whole picture, that is fundamental to it. You've got to let go and let it happen, because if you don't, you're going to be all clutched up. You're going to be constantly trying to do what can happen healthily only if you don't try.